Hi, I'm Marieke Blokland from Studio Bloknote, and today I have a bold statement for you. Art journaling shouldn't be called art journaling. Yeah, art journaling shouldn't be called art journaling, and that is quite a big statement for someone like me who lives art journaling. I have been art journaling for nearly 20 years, and I have created a beautiful e-course called the Art Journal Starter Class. And the Art Journal Starter Class is for everyone who wants to start art journaling, but you could also see it as an art journal Kickstarter class if you need a new view on art journaling. Why shouldn't art journaling be called art journaling? I think I love art journaling, so I don't want to change the name. For me, it is an art form, but I see many people struggle with the idea of an art journal that every page should be beautiful. And I much rather would call it self-expression journaling. I think then you would take the art out of art journaling, and not to say that it isn't art, but the word art itself may sometimes feel really heavy. You have the idea that everything should be really artistic. And when I'm art journaling, I really do not have the idea that I am making art. And even I myself struggle with that idea. When is it art? When am I an artist? I myself I've had the privilege of going to art school, so I have a art education. But you could really see it like cooking. Everyone can cook if you like it. You can learn new techniques in the kitchen, and you can make delicious meals without being a professional cook. And with art, that really is the same. But when you start, you would not call yourself an artist straight away, even though I believe that anyone can be an artist. And if you create things in a way, you are an artist. But for me, when I tell people that I'm an artist, I often get the question myself, what kind of art do you make? And when I tell people that I work in books, I can already see that question mark above their head. But how do you make money? Um, how do you sell your art then? And um, so, because I have so many full journals with beautiful art, and I see that those finished pages for me are art, but I would never sell my journals. So I've been trying to enlarge my work from my journals, inspired by my own books, and make larger pieces to sell. But for me, that doesn't really work, because then I would have to go to a gallery or to art fairs, and then work my way through the art world. And personally, I'm much more interested in the process of self-expression. So I think it doesn't really help you that you have the idea that everything should be art. Even though we can discuss what art is, because that can mean so many different things, and not everyone who is watching has that same problem with the word art. But I know many of you do. Even I myself, as an artist, who is not afraid to call herself an artist, because I've been making art for 2 decades and have been art journaling, and I even sold work, and I made paintings and bigger pieces. And yeah, I live as an artist, but still I find it difficult. So when I was creating my art journal starter class, I suddenly thought, maybe we shouldn't call it art journaling, but self-expression journaling. I think if you approach it more like that, art journaling can become so much easier. So I'm really curious how you see this. I would love to hear comments about this below. And if you're interested, I have a beautiful course, the Art Journal Starter Class, and I show you how I started. So if you're interested in my work, that's also really fun to see how I grew over the years. In that course, I collected all my old journals, and from different stages, I show you work, show you my first journals, how I started, and you can really see a process of growth there. And that may be really helpful for other art journalers to see how you maybe can go through your old work and see how the work changed over time. And if you're new to art journaling, in that class, I will not only show you my books from the beginning, but also work from what I do now, and also unfinished work, journals that I'm still working in. I will tell you all about my personal favorite supplies that I really love using. I tell you about the supplies that I think are really the basic supplies for art journaling. So yeah, in that course, I really want to take you by the hand if you want to start or if you need a kickstart. It's really exciting for me because it's the first course that I've created as Studio Bloknote with a new idea about art journaling. If you know me from the beginning, you know that I once started Bloknote Academy and I later changed the name into Bloknote Art School. In a way, of course, I have not changed. I'm still Marieke Blokland. I'm still that art journaler. But the direction where I want to go is much more to inspire people to be free in their expression. I find that the world needs that. So instead of only showing you techniques and teach you how to make pretty spreads and pretty drawings, I would much rather make courses that help you in life, because yeah, there's always so much going on in the world, and I don't think that will stop. And I notice that many of us are sensitive, easily triggered by things in the news, by things that happen in the world. It's my wish that my art courses can help you with your personal growth, with self-reflection, with being more bold and brave to develop your own voice. Because for me, if I look back at myself throughout the years, I used to be very shy in speaking out what I think, also politically. And that doesn't mean that my workshops are all of a sudden political courses, no. But I used to be someone who was really afraid to speak up. And art journaling really helped me with that, because I started to add lyrics from songs that really moved me. I started to add bold statements. I grew as a person who now is much more brave. And these days I'm even a activist, and I'm very much about equality for everyone. And I'm a feminist. I think that in this world we need more feminists, and we need people to stand up and fight for our rights. But it doesn't mean that you have to be an activist and throw rotten tomatoes at art or people. No, that's not what I mean. But you can be an activist in your art journals. That alone will help you to become a stronger and expressive person. If you are angry and frustrated about things, then an art journal is such a beautiful, safe space. Of course, it's also just fun. It's a hobby, it's a creative hobby as well, but it can be everything at once. You don't have to choose there. But I really feel that over time, and that is really what you see in my course as well, how my art developed. It's from colorful and cute to bold, activistic, strong voice. And I really today feel like a strong woman who is not afraid to stand up for other people. I know that all my viewers are people who are really kind and loving. I know because I see all the comments on my videos, on my Instagram, on the DMs, in the mails. Uh, I have really the best followers in the world, really kind and loving people, and I know that many of us have had in at least one time the experience that you are in a group of people who you feel that they have a strong opinion and you don't have the voice to explain how you feel, and that you want to sort of preach love in this world instead of hate. And that doesn't mean that that happens overnight. Many of us need a lot of time for that. But art journaling can really help you to grow as a person. So, yeah, that's really why I find art journaling important. I really hope that I will see you at the art journal starter class. If not, then maybe in one of my future classes, because I have many more classes to come. I have many ideas about self expression. And yeah, I hope to see you there. Ciao.